Hi everybody, it's Diane. When you see this video, it will actually be published to my channel on the morning of Christmas Eve. So today's the 23rd. It's a little later than I normally do a video. What time is it? 7 o'clock p.m. But I had finished my little golden book journals and I haven't started another one. I cleaned my craft room, almost finished cleaning it. I need to vacuum. But I thought this evening I would just play a little bit with some book covers that I might be able to use in the next project. I want to make a French country journal, a couple of them, with a journal kit that I have. Trying to remember the name of the digital Etsy store, and I can't remember at the moment. But I have these book covers that are the right size, and I have these napkins with the rooster and the sunflowers. But I want to test this playtime with a different journal, a different book cover, because I don't know if I have any more that are just the right size for that digital kit that I have. And I know I could make a cover out of chipboard, but I've got these covers, so why not use them? So I'm just going to cut this one apart. We're going to play with this one. I guess I don't need to trim this up too much until I'm ready to assemble the cover, but I'll trim off the raggediness. Okay, so like I said, we're playing. I don't know what the results are going to be, but I just feel like playing. So I'm going to tear this napkin. I like the color. I like the white color back here, and I don't even mind the green. So I'm not going to paint the cover at all. I'm just going to Mod Podge a napkin onto it. I'll do the paintbrush thing. So I'm almost out of Mod Podge. This is all I have. But I do have the matte medium that I haven't used in a long time, and that'll do the same thing. I keep forgetting to buy Mod Podge. And I knew I was running low. Now I'm going to clean that Mod Podge off of my mat. I think I need to dry it before I do the next step. if it needs to be completely dry. Because I want to use this Distress Crackle paint. I've never used it. And I don't know if it needs to be on something wet or if it'll crackle dry Mod Podge. Let's try it. I don't even know if it'll crackle on the Mod Podge. I was pretty sure I saw somebody, that part wasn't dry, I just tore that napkin up. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody do this on a Mod Podged napkin. I'll have to do some doctoring up there probably. Now, let me read the instructions and if I need to let it air dry. Shake bottle well. Apply a medium to thick coat. A medium to thick coat of clear Distress Crackle paint and allow to dry. It doesn't even say what you have to apply it to. Okay, once cracks start appearing, you can speed it up with a heat dryer. So, while I wait, I can go ahead and Mod Podge onto, I don't have to use these other techniques if I don't like them, but I can at least get going on the Mod Podge with these book covers. These napkins, I believe all of these napkins came from Truly All Supplies. I think. I ended that with a question mark because as I was saying it, I wasn't positive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Truly All Supplies. She sent me a nice supply of napkins a while back. And they're gorgeous. So I will link her below and you can go see if she has any that you'd like to use. I can't say that she'd still have these because it was a while. It's been a while since she sent these to me. I had purchased a few of her napkins and she sent me a bunch along with it, so that was really fun. I did a video, so it's been a while back, but I did a video showing the napkins that she sent to me, and I have used some. She just has beautiful, beautiful napkins in all different themes, and she might have rice paper too. I'm not sure. I've never used rice paper. I don't have any because it's kind of expensive. Which is sort of a different way to lay this out. Maybe I'll try it on the next cover. See how we're doing here. Kind of hard to see the cracks when it's on a crinkled up napkin. I'm not seeing any cracks yet. I get these plain book covers in the right size when my library has, well, my my library always has $1 a bag books. So when I'm running low on these kind of covers, and I just get, they're just inexpensive novels. Well, no books are really inexpensive anymore, but they're just novels. They're not vintage, so I just get a few. I don't know if this Scotch tape would affect Mod Podge napkin, but I'm going to peel it off. Okay, so I need another piece of a sunflower napkin and another piece of the rooster napkin. I only have one of each of these napkins. So these must be ones she sent me, because when you buy them you get, I don't remember, 3 or 4 napkins of the napkins that you select. You get 3 or 4 of them. And I want to tear this in half. Is this still wet enough? And I think I'll try it like this. Yeah, I like that. I like that layout. I'm going to make this edge a little jaggedy though. Or could I put this on top? Yeah, that would make it jaggedy. I'll tear it. I hope we're getting some crackles in that thing. Well, my stomach just made a weird noise. You probably heard it because I was being quiet. I was being quiet, but my tummy wasn't. That looks pretty. I like that. But I like that one too. Okay, I hope we're making some progress on this other one. Yes, no. I see crinkles, not not cracks. Why isn't it cracking? It says, maybe I didn't shake it well enough. Use on cardstock, chipboard, paper mache, and more. Shake bottle well with a brush. Apply a medium to thick coat of clear distressed crackle paint and allow it to dry. Once cracks appear, you may speed up drying with Ranger's Heated Craft Tool if desired. Well, I'm just going to try heating it and see what happens. I don't see any cracks. Gives a nice finish, but I don't see any cracks. That's disappointing. I paid like $7 for that little bottle. I'm gonna try painting on something and making it crack. Just looking for some hard stock or something. Have any of you ever used this Crackle stuff? I couldn't find, I went to Hobby Lobby and I couldn't find just Crackle paint anywhere. I couldn't find it. So I went to Amazon and I got that one from Ranger. I'm going to try painting the Crackle onto dry and wet paint. We're going to experiment. Okay, first the dry. Didn't shake it this time. And then the wet. I can always, if this turns out, I can always cut that up into little tags or something so I don't waste the Crackle. Okay, what's happening here? Nothing so far. Well, is this going to be a bust? I'm going to set this aside. I got no cracks. I'm going to just rub a little distress paint, vintage photo distress paint over this. I got this on clearance for 99 cents and I haven't used it yet. Trying to find a makeup sponge that doesn't have ink on it. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm going to water that down a bit. I just want to check the color out on this. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. See, this is what I wanted to do and have it show up the cracks, but there are no cracks. There's just wrinkles in the napkin. But it's still going to be a pretty cover, I think. I'm so disappointed that it's not crackling. That looks nice. No cracks. But I'm going to vintage the back of this too. Probably should have put Mod Podge on the back so it would have a coating like the front. Well, I hope you're having fun playing along with me, or watching me as I muddle through. Whatever the case may be. It's a nice color, isn't it? Make sure I have the edges of this book cover. Ooh, we got white there. Okay. Well, should I even try putting Crackle on these? Let's try it. Maybe I'm not putting it on thick enough. Is that the problem? Let's put it on thicker. Oh, those roosters aren't the same. They're facing different directions. Or maybe I just put one on backwards. I think I probably just put one on backwards. Put a nice thick coat on here and see if it will crack. Okay, do your stuff. Nothing's happening to this. I think that was a pretty thick coat on that. Well, I can't really proceed until this dries, and I think it's going to be a while because it was a thick coat. So let me just show you the kit that I'm using. I'll set these aside. French Farmhouse is the name of the kit, and I'm trying to remember the name of the Etsy seller. I thought this might be a cute element in the journal. So anyway, I don't remember. I bought it quite a while ago, and I think everything is in one kit. The kits are a little pricier than other kits, but there were so many. You don't have to buy pages and then embellishments. It's all together. So I just love these images. I will link the shop below when I figure out what it is. Just so pretty. I love the vintage look, the colors, the collage look to them, and I love these rustic windows with the curtain pulled aside, those cute little chairs, and then there are some background papers, and then lots of elements. There are envelopes. I haven't folded those yet. This one looks like a basket. There's another tall, skinny envelope. It has this tag inside. I just put these little labels in there so they wouldn't get lost. There's a couple more. This one has, I printed some of these on parchment paper. This one had a tag to go in it, but that part stuck up so you couldn't fold the flap down, so I just folded it behind. I think they were supposed to go together. They were printed on the same page. I don't know. And these cute little tabbed cards. There's this little booklet. It's even got a 1/4 inch spine. Or maybe it's not even a 1/4 inch. But you're supposed to glue, this to these little tabs so you have little pockets, and then you can put your pages in. There's another page, some tabs. There's a tag that comes like that, and you fold it up. You can make sew them or glue them down to make little pockets. I think you'd only be able to glue them on one side so that there'd be room for the tag to fit in there. And then the tags are made so that you can glue them back to back or leave them separate. So you can vintage them up on the back or something. Recipe cards. Just look at all this stuff. There's an adorable pocket, and this little pocket comes like that. Just think of the fun you could have with this. Lots of these long, thin tags, which I love. Chores. I love lists, so that's great. And here's like, I can't really read it, but it's just a long list. And another list with a label at the top. That's great. And details. These are just great. And then there are some baskets, some ephemera pieces with labels. These adorable baskets. You'd make cute little tags or tuck spots or just embellishments. I guess that's another envelope. Some journaling cards. So you get a lot. I love these. Love them. And some tabs. And then these little labels that have definitions. Tradition, gratitude, joy, memory. They're kind of faded a bit to make them look vintage, so memory was a little hard to read. And there's more. I saved my parchment scraps so I can use them for something. Another tab. So there's lots of stuff to use. So that's why I'm going to make 2 journals. And I probably still won't use everything. So I showed you all of that stuff so we could be doing something while I wait for that stuff to dry. So I'm going to tidy all these things up and then cross my fingers and see if it's working. Hopefully, if it's not working, maybe one of you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm kind of bummed. Trying not to let it get me down. But, you know, when things don't work the way you want them to, it's a bummer. Okay, let's see how you're doing, roosters. No cracks. Still wet. I don't understand. I still like the covers, but I wanted them to be crackled. No cracks. Guess I'll have to watch YouTube videos on how to use this Distress Crackle paint. It says use on cardstock, chipboard, paper mache, and more. But it should crackle on paint, shouldn't it? I know I saw somebody do it on a napkin, and it worked. Well, they're still going to be pretty covers, and I will be happy with them. But I want to make this stuff crackle. Oh, you know, on this I'm seeing it's drying, and they're very fine cracks where the paint is dry. So the cracks are coming. And it said once cracks start to appear, you can help it out. So, yeah, right around the edges where it's dry. Yeah, the cracks are coming now. Lots of tiny cracks. Maybe I just dried that one too soon. Can you see the cracks there? They're bigger cracks right here. Okay, now I'm going to try painting over them, and then you'll be able to see the cracks better. I may not be able to do the rooster covers on the video because I have to let it dry. Now you can see the cracks. They're big right here, but they're tiny over there. I think it worked better on the wet paint. You can see little tiny cracks there. So I'm just going to have to be patient and probably just let this dry overnight. I don't need to try to hurry it up with my heat gun. I'll just turn the video off and let it dry. But I don't know what kind of a journal I'm going to make with this cover. I just wanted to experiment with the napkins. So we didn't get any cracking. I could put another coat on this and let it dry, and we'll have cracking. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm happy now that I tried it on that paint swatch because now I know it works if you just let it dry. Okay, I hope that's thick enough. And I'm just going to let all of these things dry overnight. And then I'll check them out in the morning. So I had fun experimenting with this, just having a little fun playtime in my craft room. I don't do that very often. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Bye.